friends, it's Kelley with Kelley Crafts It All. I know it's been a moment since I've posted a video, so I thought I would bring to you a tablet tutorial. I will link the original video down below where the idea came from. It was Maymay Made it. She does hers, and then I do mine just a little bit different, the way I lay my paper and stuff, but it's basically the same. And there's, if you watch her video, she has a way of cutting a spot for the tablet, and I don't have one pre-made, so we're going to make this together. I'm in a swap for Crafty Crafts by Dina Swaps and stuff, and this month's theme is Maggie Holmes, and we have to make, I forget how many items, I have to go back and look again, but I think it's 10 or 15 items, and it's supposed to be, based it on the Maggie Holmes paper collections. At first I wasn't going to do the swap because I didn't have any Maggie Holmes paper. The most I had Maggie Holmes was a package of stickers, a booklet of stickers that I had got off of Peachy Cheap last year, right when the pandemic I think started. I had bought that, and I thought, oh Lord, what am I going to do? So I thought, I could always order some, Amazon get it to me in a couple days, so I have that choice. Well, then I got to looking in, thank goodness. I think it's AC store, whatever store carries her brand or whatever, they do have digital kits. So I could digitally download them, so I did. But anyhow, I'm going to do mine a little bit different. I do make a clip that holds the RSVP pens, or I can make clips that make really for any size pen, but these will clip in to the pen. The pen will clip in there. But there's also another way, and I will show you that when we get to that part. But anyhow, this is just one of those writing tablets from the Dollar Tree. The ruled, one, and it's the 5 3/4 by 8 3/4 size ruled tablet. So then what you're going to need is a piece of chipboard that measures 1 inch bigger for the width of the tablet. So if it's 5.75, you're going to measure it 6.75, and then it's the same length, but the width, it's 1 inch wider, so it should look like that when you cut it out. I can give you a measurement on this here, and I like to use my scoreboard. I can see the numbers. So this is 6 3/4 by 8 3/4. So, and then you're going to need, I have just 3 different kinds of paper. You can do, whatever you want. You can do this plain and decorate however you want to. I print mine on 8.5 by 11 inch sheets, which then leaves me this little white border, and I have to cut that off of mine. So that's them cut off. This one I didn't really care because I'm just going to wrap this, the chipboard. So the chipboard, once again, I'll give you the measurements just in case, and I'll put them down below, but it is 6 3/4 by 8 3/4. So that will be your chipboard. And then I'm just gonna center that up. And what can we get our glue going here. And I'm just gonna put this down here. Right, and then if you need to trim it up, you can, because it's going to get covered on the back as well. So I'm going to cut a little bit off. I have my little corner cutter, and both sides are just as stained up. I don't use my craft mat as much as I used to. I mean, when I cut, about the only time I used to leave it straight on my desk and work on it, and as you can see, they get painted and yucky, and I said, that's it, I'm done with doing that. This is about indestructible. I can paint on it and use a little rubbing alcohol and it'll come right up. But I don't like to cut on it, so that's keep my cutting mat close at hand. If you haven't seen one of these little corner cutters before, I 3D print, so I 3D printed those. I did send out a few, and I still have a few left to send to people, and I'm sorry they're so late, and I'm sorry I haven't got a hold of you or in touch with you about them, but I figured they'd just go like, you know, flat rate mail. Just stick a stamp on them, toss them in the mail. Oh, no, 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 no. Nope. They cost extra postage because this little thing has to fit through this little paper slot thing that they have, and it was barely. So, yeah, I have to pay like anywhere between $5 and $7 to ship it, depending on where it's going. So, yeah. I got them printed. They're ready to go. I've just got to get them to the post office and get them out. And between swaps and things, I keep forgetting about them, and I need to really get them out. Then after I've done all that, you know, this kind of just like when we wrap any other chipboard. Sure, you've wrapped chipboard before. If you're new and have not ever wrapped chipboard before, this is how we do it. Now I just take my bone folder and I'm going around the edges to just break them fibers down so that it'll fold a little easier. Now here you can use double-sided tape, you can use your glue. I like to run my glue right around the edge of that chipboard. Kind of softens it up and lets it bend. And I do that when I wrap a chipboard for anything. You know, if I'm making a photo album, I like to take and run my bone folder up along that edge. Kind of neatens it up along that edge. Well, that glue wasn't too bad. I had bought some new glue. I had to go to Dollar General, and I was running low on glue. I have a little bit of reptile glue left, and I kind of like to use that for my Strayer projects boxes and things like that. And then I tend to use just the Aleene's Quick Dry just to do my chipboard things and things that don't have a lot of weight to them or anything. And I love this stuff. Well, I was out of it. It's done. It's empty. And I didn't feel like running to Walmart to get it, and Walmart is the only one that carries it. So I had to go to Dollar General. I needed to get a few things, and I hadn't been in Dollar General for a while. I thought, oh, I'll go check it out. And then they had that glue, and I think it's like $4.50 for this little bottle. I was like, well, desperate times, desperate measures. I have no choice but to grab that glue so I could get projects done for my swap. This is the first time I'm using it, and I went ahead and put it in this little bottle because it's already pre-cut, and that nozzle is huge. And I mean, this massive amount of glue was coming out. I was like, oh, no, 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 that ain't gonna work. Not for that price for that glue. I mean, it don't sound expensive, but I'm usually buying my reptile glue, and it's 8.5 ounces, and I usually pay like $12 for that. And this is only 3 3/4 ounces, 3.72 ounces at $4.50. So, ounce for ounce, that's expensive glue. But it seems to be working alright, so. And we're just, And gluing these edges up. Make sure I get my little points down. I had somebody ask me, where is the tutorial? Excuse me, guys. Where's the tutorial for this? And I'm like, over at Maymay Made it. So I thought, you know what, the next time I put one together, I will definitely do a tutorial. Now, Maymay Made it does one, but she has her paper. She does it like this and then builds on this. And then when you do the pen thing, a part of your chipboard shows. And I know maybe it don't bother her, but it bothered me to pieces. And I said, okay, we gotta flip this over and revamp it because I can't deal with that. So, alright, now I've got that part taken care of. Got that part done. And then you have your tablet. Get that thing out of here. And I'm going to use this pink paper. Now, I leave this cover on. If that bothers you and you want to take this off, you can. But you're going to have to figure out how to get that to flip up. I mean, it probably could be done, but I've never monkeyed with it to figure it out. So I'm just going to make it the same size as my tablet and leave a little bit to wrap over. So what I usually do is I just kind of do this and then find my pencil. Cut that on the line there. So it looks like that, and then I just kind of do this, and then if you have like clips, if you have some clips, it kind of helps. And what I do is I just clip it like so, and then I'll just wrap that around. Now this one just is going to glue straight onto the chipboard. That's why I don't put, you know, a whole lot into it, because it's going to be disposable. You just throw it away when you're done. And take my spoon folder and kind of work it. These clips kind of make it a little bulky, but it can be done. So I've got that. Make sure. Okay. I'll take that apart for a minute. And then this is where I'll just use some of my double-sided tape. And if you want to glue it, you can, but I like just to use some double-sided tape. So, just like that. And find the end again. Alright. Let's run some up along there. Try not to get my head all up in the way there. Just leave that there. And then it doesn't really matter where you put your tape here. Like I said, you don't, you can glue this or, but I find the double stick tape holds pretty good since it's pretty thin paper. Well, better put some back here. Burnish this down. Alright, and then what I like to do is I like to start on just a corner. I lift up a little bit of that tape and I get this fit back on here where I want it. I even clip it. I'm just going to hold that real tight, pull that off, and I can just go through. Lay that down, and then pull that tape off. That one off. I got a little wrinkle there, but it'll smooth out on the tape. There, so that's all covered. It has its cover on it, so now it's, I might have to bend it a little bit to get it to lay again, but I mean, you can still see the towel. If that bothers you, you can cover the inside of it. You can kind of see the little picture that was on the front, but if it bothers you, you can cover it. That don't bother me, so it's a tablet. Clean up some of that mess there. Oh, right, so we've gotten that on there. Well, I guess that this is going to get attached to here. Now, if you don't want to attach it and you want to put like a little piece of a pocket paper, paper, and make a strip where this would slide down, you could do that. But I'm not going to. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this bottle right now because I do need this to be a little bit thicker of a line of paper or glue. I want that to really stick. Just kind of laying that push that down, and I will get a couple clips and clip that one and let that dry a little bit. Set that aside, and then we can work on the cover to our tablet. So I've had insomnia for the last several, well, I'm probably a month or better, and I have all kinds of weird sleep patterns. I'll sleep an hour or two, and then I'm wide awake for 4 or 5, and then I lay back down for 45 minutes. I'm back up for the rest of the day, and it's a mess. And my husband's in between jobs. I mean, we have insurance, health insurance, but we have, got to make an appointment and get into the doctor, because I put it off because he changed jobs, and then we had to wait for insurance, and then the insurance kicked in. The day it kicked in is the day he left that company, went back to the old company. They begged him and begged him to come back, and they gave him a pay raise, and they said, and it was too good to give up, so he went back to the old company. And so his insurance kicked back in, but we're waiting for our cards, but they said we could use our old cards. It's just been a mess around here lately, so I want to tell you what. Okay, so for the cover, you're going to measure it the same, you know, the same width or the same length as your chipboard here, and that was I don't remember now. 8 3/4. I'll get it one of these days. So 8 3/4. Now she cut, Maymay, when she does hers, she gets hers all cut to this certain specific, and every time I do it, it's wrong. And I have a mess going on. Okay, I'm gonna cut that. At the 8 3/4. So mine right now is 8 3/4 by 8 1/4, because I haven't cut it down yet. And what we do is we need to score. I like to score mine to fit it and then cut it, because if I don't, I have a mess. But you need to, if you score it the same way, whether you're using one of the 3D printed clips, or if you're going to use the other method, which I will show you. But we need to put this on our scoreboard, and we're on the 8 and the, you know, the longer side of your paper. This is the 8 3/4. This is for your length, so go this way. So we need to score at let's see, 1/2 inch. I'm trying to remember. I should have went and looked. It's 1/2 inch. Oh yeah, 1/2 inch, 1 1/2 inches, and 2. I knew it was simple, and I was like, I'll remember. Now, if you don't, I like to do it like she does it. And that this first score mark here is, you're just going to fold that over. You're going to glue that down. This should have time enough to get dry. And it just makes a clean edge, because this is going to get glued here. And it just makes a really nice clean edge. You don't have to. If you don't want to, don't put that 1/2 inch. Just start at 1 1/2 and then 1/2. If you don't want to do that and you just want your raw edge. But I like that folded edge. It's really nice. And then, so you fold that one away from you, and then you're going to fold, where that 1 1/2 inch is, you're going to fold that one towards you. So you should have a valley and a mountain fold on the wrong, if you're looking at it with the wrong side of the paper. And then you're going to just fold it back away from you. And it should, when you tuck this down and glue it, this is going to fit right here. Just like so. And then this is where I say I like to cut it to fit. I'll put this where I want it. Now you can cut yours prior, it's up to you. And I'll tell you what I have as a measurement after I cut it. So this whole entire piece of paper, this is 7 3/4 by 8 3/4. And then you're gonna, do your scoring 1/2 inch, 1 1/2, and then 2. And then if you're doing the clip, like I'm gonna do, you're gonna go ahead and just run them. You can use tape or glue here, it doesn't matter. Put my pin back in my glue. And I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see. I just boiled that thing, or put it in hot water and cleaned it all out with a wire. Okay, so if you're doing it this way, which a lot of people probably just do this the traditional old the way, you don't have to have the clip. But that's why I don't like to cover the back of mine yet. If you're doing it the other way, you can. But this way, I have it, and I can put my clip on. Now, if we're not going to do the clip, and you want to do it the other way, okay, so I have this piece of paper. This is going to be for putting the pen in without the clip. Okay, so we're going to just make the pen holder itself. So I cut this the same as I did this one, and I'm going to score it the same. So this is 7 3/4 by 8 3/4. If you're using this tablet size, you can make this any size you want. So let me see, 7 3/4 on there. Okay. Let me get my other score tool. I don't like that thing. So I'm going to score it 1/2 inch, 1 1/2, and a 2. So on the second score line, we're going to fold that back. Just fold it straight back. This is how we're going to figure out where we want our pen to live. And our pen, is going to be in the middle of our notebook here. So to figure that out, I just take my pen, and you know where the cap is and how a notch where it stops the pen when you clip it onto something is where I'm going to make my mark. So I want this to be in about the center, and then find that, where that pen tip thing is, about there. And then you can make it, I usually go about 3/4 of an inch, And if you might need a little bit bigger, if you have a thicker pen or different pen size, you just measure for your pen. And then what we're going to do is we're going to clip this up to that score line. So on your pencil mark, clip up to that score line. And on that one, we're going to do the same thing. Boom. Just like so. Then, here, get rid of your pencil marks there. Then we're going to take that first 1/2 inch one that we did. I'm going to fold that back. That's going to make that clean edge along the side of the tablet. If you don't want it, take it off. And then I'm going to fold that, because that one's folded back, so I'm going to fold this one towards me. This one this way. Just, it'll lay it on here and form it to shape, form it to your notepad. That's what I'm trying to say. And if you do that, it'll have like a little shelf. And then when you do this, you can take that hole and just poke your finger and it'll pop out. And once it gets popped out, I would take that and just kind of fold it down. It kind of folds itself. And then I would take this, glue this down, your free edge there, and then lay this on here like so. And that will fit your book. And then, you know, I'm going to show you with the clip because I need to make this for a swap. So then all you got to do is put your pen in there, like so. So if you want to do it with that type of pen holder, you can. There's two different ways that I'm doing it. You can do it. You can do it this way, or you can do it with the clip. Which, that's what I'm doing, is with the clip. So mine, I don't need to do that. Mine, I'm just going to glue that edge. And then I'm going to have mine on here like so. So I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, and when you do these, let me go ahead and go through the step with you so that you know. Because if you glue this wrong, your pen won't work. So you can go ahead and glue your edge. Glue that first edge down. Okay. And then when you glue, and you've got this set, you're only going to glue here, or put tape here. Let me find a pen here. So you're going to put your glue or your tape here, then down through here, and then on this side the same thing, just right here and down through here. Do not put tape where that pen thing is, where your pen holder is. If you do, it's going to stick down and you're not going to have any way. And then you know, you run your, and then your tape can go all the way down here, or your glue, whatever one. So glue here, you just glue everything but that pen tab, or no, take that back. Do not glue this. Sorry, don't glue there, just glue. Oh, this tutorial is a wicked mess. Okay, just all you're gonna do is glue this here and this here. That's it. If you fold it like this and that's inside, all you're going to do is glue here and here. And then you're going to bring this in here with your tape or your glue, line it up, and put it on. And it's not cut exactly right because I was just kind of demoing that for you. Okay, so I hope it didn't mess you up too bad. If you just pull this towards you and lay it flat, you're just going to put the glue right here, or your tape, whatever you're using. Okay, leave this one alone. Don't touch it. Don't flip it over. Just do that, and then glue it down, or tape it down, whatever you're doing. But I'm gluing. So for mine, I'm going to glue the same way. I'm just going to glue this part, this wider part, that other part here on the back. Not going to touch it with glue or tape. I'm going to go ahead and tape this. I kind of like my tape better for this than glue, but it's up to you. You do you. It's not a big deal. I like to do that. That's why I like to use the tape. Let me take that. Well, I decided it wanted to tear, so that's alright. tape is acting tonight. Today isn't tonight. I should say tonight. I did tonight. This tape is not acting right at all. Maybe I should have just stayed in bed. So, coming in here and crafting, I should have just stayed in bed and watched TV. I'm just going to go ahead and stick it down. Probably better off removing all of your tape. Don't do like I'm doing, because I'm making a complete and utter mess. There we go. Okay. I'm still a little crooked, but that's alright. Right? It's homemade. You can always come in here and straighten it up. I don't know why. When I make these, I always get mine off. Plus it's, I don't know, 12:30, 1:30 in the morning. 1 o'clock in the morning. I guess crafting with insomnia is not the thing to do. And then I'm going to get my clip. I have my clip. And I want my clip to live about, you know, where the pen would go. So I just, pencil here. And I can make a mark where I want it to go. And what I'm going to do is lay mine here. Straight as I can, anyhow. Oh, and you're going to need 2 little brads. 2 mini brads. So I have mine like that, and I have this pokey tool. If you don't have a pokey tool, you probably could use your crocodile and punch the smallest one, an 1/8. I think it's 1/8 of an inch, I'm not sure. And watch your fingers. Or if you have Walmart right now on our clearance aisle has the turkey sewing thing where you sew the turkey together, and it comes with the little twine and everything, but they have marked down to like 75 cents, and they're really sharp, and I'm using them as pokey tools too. They work really good. It's a pokey tool. Now sometimes when you run that pokey tool in, it kind of bumps up your hole, and it's okay. It does. It'll flatten out when we put the brads in. So you can use round brads, whatever kind of brad you want. One that, as long as they don't poke up too high. And I'm going to use the heart one because it lays pretty flush. Plus the way I have it designed, it lays down. There's just enough. There's enough room that it should lay flat. And my brads, these are short ones. I'm out of my other ones. And I ordered them, and they canceled the order because they don't have them in stock. I forget where I got them from. I think scrapbook.com. And I think it was there. It was the Doodlebug brand, but they sent me an email and said that, you know, they canceled the order, and that those are on back order, and they don't know when they're going to get some in. So I need to reorder them from somewhere. But just, my brad is very short. The mini brads are a lot longer. But anyhow, get the gist of it. And another bold one. we haven't had much rain in the last few days, so it's pretty dry. And I hosed off the back porch, the walkway, and you know, cleaning it up and getting, there we go, just kind of, you know, cleaning it up, swept it off, so I hosed it off, and that was a big mistake. Sometimes you take your bone folder and get it in there and kind of mash her down. There we go. I'm in. Oh, that hurt's driving me nuts. Yeah, I hosed the back porch off, and that was a big mistake because it drew all the mosquitoes up to the back door. And then when I go to let the dog in and out, in come a mosquito. And the mosquitoes are, well, it is what it is. But if you would do it correctly, you would get your little herp brad, turn the proper direction. Okay, well, went off camera and tried to fix that heart, but it just doesn't want to turn, and the more I monkey with it, I'm afraid I'll just keep making that hole bigger and bigger, and it'll be popping through, so I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to get a piece of double-sided tape, or you can even use, you know, just a piece of Scotch tape if you want, and I'll leave the tape over those brads, they don't fall out, or if they do bend, it keeps them from bending too. I'm trying to put this together. Okay, so now I just have a piece of plain white, plain pink, not white, and all I do is I just, you know, measure it to fit. I'll give you a measurement in just a minute. Let me get mine together here. Alright, since I'm doing this on the fly, I could have cut that before, but well, this is 6.5 by 8.5. 6.5 by 8.5. Once again, you can glue, you can tape, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to glue mine. Use just a little bit thicker nozzle and this glue. And then I'm just leaving myself a little border. Oops. And don't forget to go in there and take your backing off your double-sided tape. Now, if you use Scotch tape, you don't have to worry about that. But just flip it over and press it down. There, my back is on. And like I said, I tried to get that little heart to go the right way, but it didn't want to work. So I wasn't messing with it. So, there. The pen will clip in just like so. And then it just pops right out. You see, with me monkeying with that one brad, I did monkey with the holes. And now it's a little loose. Now I'm just gonna give it a push. But it's just like that, and then you have your notebook. Like I said, if I would, don't monkey around with your brads. Once you get them in, leave them. Don't push them in and out. It just makes the hole big, and then it loosens everything up. But on the RSVP pens, you can decorate your pen to match your notebook. Now, you know, take your cap off and you unscrew this end. That will come out. And then I just measure mine up to that little black spot. I put the edge of my paper up to that little black line. And then I just make a little mark at the end of the pen. And this doesn't have to be exactly perfect because it's going inside this pen. Just move this bread out of my way. This is probably about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Probably don't even need that much. It's 2 inches. You probably don't even need that much. But, no, it doesn't really matter. I like to use like a paintbrush. And I take my bone folder in whatever direction, you know what I mean, we're going around, so I like to just work that paper either by using my bone folder, or you could take it and put it on the edge of your table and crease it. That always works really good. And I get like a paintbrush or something a little skinnier than the pen. Try to anyway. Like I said, this is probably way more than I need. As long as you get like a full turn of paper. That is way too much. I'm going to go ahead and chop some of that off. Just roll it into a tube. As narrow as you can get it is key. And sometimes I'll even use some tweezers. I hate these tweezers. They're not my favorite. Okay. Give this a try. Nope. I just kind of take and twist it. It'll go. It'll go eventually. And sometimes you have to just coax it. And I'll either take a pair of scissors or my tweezers and kind of push it. Tonight was not my night for tutorials, I'm going to tell you that much. I'm trying not to get my head in the video. I'm trying to get this pushed down in where you can see and I can see. You just got to work it, guys. It's just a little tight. Like I said, you don't need much paper, and I probably have entirely too much paper. I'm going to say that's good. I'm just going to trim that little piece off. I'm going to put my pen back down in here and screw that cap on. On, and I'm going to can clip yours in your clip, or if you did the other, which I have now lost. It is, or if you've done the other type of cover, you can go ahead and put your pen in there. Not bad. It would fit, you know, on your notebook like so. But I have the clip, so I'm going to clip mine. And there you guys go. There is the notebook tutorial from God knows where. I will remind myself to never make a tutorial during an insomnia attack ever again. That was quite the mess. Alright guys, I'm going to let you guys go. See if you can go make a tablet, if you can make heads or tails of this tutorial. If you can't, leave me a comment. I'll try to either redo it or whatnot. But I am having a terrible time finding these tablets. I went to Dollar General and they are out of them. I guess because, you know, school's starting and I need school supplies. People are buying up the tablets like mad. So maybe after school gets started, you know, I'll find someone. And then you can decorate this however you want. If you want to put, you know, cut a part on there, mix cinnamon, or if you want to put a bow, or, you know, some washi tape, or whatever you want to do with it, you decorate it up how you want to decorate it up. I kind of leave these plain. I mean, I might put a cut apart on the front of this and one on the front of this notebook or something. You could put a pocket here if you wanted to tuck receipts in. I've done that before. But these are meant to be thrown away, so I don't, you know, I don't get too involved in the decorating of them. They're meant to be tossed in the trash once they're done. And then, like the clip part, you could rip it off and reuse it and make another notebook for yourself if you want, or, you know, if you can glue this without tearing it apart, you can. But yeah, I think then the next one, if I do another one of these, we'll do it and we'll make the little pocket where you could slide this down and just, you know, tell them, hey, I got this, you know, tablet at the Dollar Tree, if you want to refill it, or maybe even buy an extra tablet and for a refill. I like to do that too, make them refillable. And then, but there you guys go. That is that tablet. And I'm not sure if I'm looking at glue. Oh well. Maybe once it dries it won't look so bad. If it does, I'll put another piece of paper over it and tape it on. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. Take care. Click the like, subscribe, and thumbs up, and hit that notification bell if you want to know when the next time I upload a video is. And that's it for tonight. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Remember, I love each and every one of you. Bye-bye.